Welcome everyone, today we have a new guide for Honkai Star Rail, and today we're going to be looking into a new free-to-play farming guide with additional benefits. So in this video, I'll briefly explain to you guys how to farm for additional experience for the weaker units, and also how to ascend them for the fastest way to get additional summons at level 20, 40 and also level 60. We'll be looking into things into details over here and providing you guys with additional tips and also notes to get the most out of this method. And of course, we have additional guides of ascending characters, how to do this fast, and how to get the most out of your resource. Now in this video, I decided to make a little clip for you guys to explain things better. So what we do is, let's look at the clip, and I'll have the clip available for you guys at the end of the video. So this way you can watch the clip and see the things I talk about. This clip won't be too long, I just want to show you the method by showing you the replay. So let's have a look at this together. Notice I'm doing the daily farm route, but I want to show you my experience of characters. So look at Himeko, I'm also using March 7th, I'm also using my weaker units, and this is going to be the highlight of the particular replay. So as normal, we'll be farming those monsters, and those monsters will give us, materials for Ascension, those monsters will give us experience. And look how fast we kill those monsters. So we're using we're using one level 48 character and also 3 level 20 characters, and this still works wonderfully. So Himeko over here is a really wonderful character for carrying out a lot of mobs. And I'm loving her because she is carrying the whole team. And I'll show you guys exactly how good it is after with the summary. So I just show you guys one more fight. You just click the auto button and everything dies. And everyone gets a ton of experience doing this. So this is one of the reasons I wanted to share this guide with you guys. If you guys are free to play, you'll have limited resource, and we don't want to spend energy on getting experience too much. Monsters dies pretty quickly, and with most of the fights we get tons of experience. And here, even though March 7th died, she will still get experience. So notice we get a lot of bonus for doing this. Now the clip itself is a little longer. Over here I also want to show you guys the experience and also fighting stronger elite monsters as well to see what happens when your characters die, and also how much you can go with this method. And also here I'll have additional benefits and also tips to show you guys, and also what is my build for Himeko. So stay tuned, use the timestamps to see exactly of my build, and if you want to use Himeko, you can use it this way. And I have additional tips to show you guys ascending the 4-star characters, the fastest way to do that. So now coming back to our notes, I'm sure you guys are a little confused. You're like, what is this about? Why did you show me that clip? So the goal of this farming method is to follow off a previous farming method. We're trying to use minimal energy or no energy to get the maximum amount of rewards. And the rewards we're trying to get is going to be ascending characters to level 20, 40 and also 60, which will provide us with 1 free summon for each of the characters. Now, if you guys have not seen our previous video, in the previous video, I strongly recommend having a look at this one because we talk about the farming routes. And in those farming routes, together, you get over 100,000 experience for doing this. So for each of the characters, you get about 28,000 for doing this, 28,000 experience. And the adjustment over here compared to the previous video is that we will be using 2 to 3 weaker units instead of stronger units. And this allows the stronger unit to carry the weaker units. And if you just have 1 5-star, notice over here I'm just using 1 5-star, and Himeko was able to kill most of the monsters. And this allows the weaker units to level up. And once they get them to level 30, 40, we ascend them for free pretty much, and then we get the free summons. Now over here, I'll just quickly show you guys that I was using Himeko as the sole DPS character, and here we'll be testing on harder monster. So notice on harder monsters, your characters, the weaker characters will die in 1 shot, but the 5-star, as long as you itemize correctly, should be okay. Now I'm not sure exactly what 5-stars you guys have, so this could be a verification. So you might be using a healer alongside with the 5-star, so using 1 DPS, 1 healer, and also 2 weaker units, that can also work. So notice that it was cutting really close. My Himeko almost died. And this is why I also got an achievement over here. So this is why over here I want to show you guys the item, what item I was using. So you got to see the items, very basic items. I was just using level 6 and also level 9 artifacts, so nothing too special. Now coming back to some number crunching. So what you saw over there is Himeko was level 48 out of 50, and March 7th was level 20 out of 30. Within the span of 30 seconds of the fights, you saw the first 2 fights, Himeko went up by 780 experience, and so is March 7th. But notice that Himeko needs 50,000 experience, while March 7th needs less than 20,000 experience to get a level up. So ideally, if you use this method correctly, you can be getting at least 2 to 3 characters of getting 1 to 2 free levels a day if you farm correctly using the routes and using the right characters. And if you guys are like me, most of our characters are level 20. But if we start using this method, all the level 20 characters will slowly come to level 30 and then level 40. And because I currently have 11 characters, if I use this method correctly, I'll get 11 more summons at level 40, and then 11 more summons at level 60. This also saves tons of experience books for pushing your main characters to level 80. Now for the case you guys are wondering, hey, what if I use this method and I don't have enough 4-star characters? Well, in the future guys, if we know Genshin Impact, similar to Honkai Star Rail, both of the games will provide us with free 4-star characters very soon in the patch. So to be expected, and then you can farm those 4-star characters, use this method, get them to level up, and also get the free summons. Now over here you can see the additional notes over here, about 28,000 experience per character, and this is at equilibrium level 2. So notice that there's a lot more equilibrium we can go. The higher equilibrium we go, the stronger the monsters is. So here the equilibrium, right? So we can go into a lot higher equilibrium. And when the monster gets stronger and also more experience, you get even more levels. Now, why do I say start doing this fast and start doing this early is you also get a lot of experience and also materials. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of free Jade guides, new events, official updates, and also free-to-play tips and also tricks to Honkai Star Rail. And make sure you turn on the notification, guys, because some of the events and also some of the updates may be time limited and with a limited number of giveaways. Like in this particular guide, only 2,000 players can get the lucky giveaway for 3,000 Jades. So make sure you subscribe and also turn the notification on. And if you look over here, a lot of you haven't turned it on. We have over 80% people who haven't turned it on. So make sure you turn it on for the latest news and also all the freebies with Honkai Star Rail. Now coming over to the second part, I also have some additional tips I want to share with you guys. You saw in the replay that some of the characters were dying, and they were dying from one shot, but they still get experience even if they die. So one thing I want to highlight is that you want to come over to the space acro, and those are the things that heals your characters. Notice all my characters have died, right? If I teleport back, this will heal my characters. But the downside is, if you don't adjust this one, all your characters will get healed to 100%, and this actually wastes precious energy. So notice the energy went from like 7,000 to 4,000, and this is not great. So what I recommend is setting the HP threshold to 1%. This will revive your characters, but this will not waste too much energy. And this allows you to still use those characters in a fight to help you with buffs and also spells, but not so much that the actual, the energy is wasted when you're doing this. Now, if you have seen our previous video, we talk about pulling multiple animals together, so we fight them at once in one battle. But for this method, because we only have one, special strong unit, you might not want to group too many enemies together. So you saw in the first fight, we had 3 waves of enemies. So let me show you guys over here. So sometimes you might not want to group enemies too much together, simply because if there's too many waves and if your character can't catch up, and then you start to lose, right? So now this will have 3 waves. So in other fights, maybe don't try to, fight too many enemies together, and always apply elemental weakness, because this will allow you to kill them in one shot. Look at the elemental weakness over here. The first wave just disappeared, right? So this is actually a really good method for farming with only one character. Now, since the posting of a previous farming video which doesn't require any energy, a lot of the viewers from Genshin Impact has stressed this out, and I really want to mention this to you guys as well. Please guys, I'm making those guides to not burn you out. I don't want to burn you out from the games. I want you to enjoy the games, have the most, the best time free to play, and get the most out of the game. But I don't want to make it a task or a chore for you to be playing the game for hours for doing this. I want to give you guys availability, options, and also methods. But I don't expect you to do this every day. This is not a work, right? So please don't get burned out. Enjoy the game at your own pace and also enjoyment. You don't have to get all the freebies. I'll make it easy for you. I'll give you the code. I'll give you the quickest way of getting those. But sometimes, if it takes too long, you do not have to follow everything. You can do this for 5 minutes. You don't have to do it for an hour. So what I want to say is, please don't get burned out, and let's go into more tips. Now, the final tip is also pretty straightforward. So I'll just quickly show you guys over here as you ascend, as we ascend characters. What I want to show you guys is, if you ascend characters, notice that you're missing 2 ingredients. One is going to be the rare character essential material that is purple. The other one is going to be the blue one, for level 40 that is. For the purple ones, we have to spend energy to farm that, and this will cost 30 energy. But for the blue ones, you can be crafting them. So over here you can see I'm going to farm the blue ones, and it's pretty straightforward. You can use a friend, and usually use the friend that breaks the elemental weakness. So the monsters over here, they're weaker to ice, and here if I get Yanqing over here, it deals a lot of damage. So I swap in Yanqing as a friend, and I hit him, elemental weakness, and it dies pretty fast. So it's good to use your friend because they also get bonus gold, or not gold. They'll get bonus credits if you use their characters. So it's a win-win for both of us. And after that, what I want to show you guys is make sure you don't look everywhere for the items because you'll be having a lot of those basic items. So use the basic items and forge into the greater ones. So if we click synthesize and notice over here, we can synthesize the basic materials into the greater ones. And this allows you to ascend your characters very quickly and get your free summons and also wishes for your standard banner. And of course, best of luck summoning, guys. Hopefully you get into the character or the weapons you wanted. Now, just before we finish, in case you guys are wondering how come you have so many materials, Matt, notice I have like 261. So we do have another guide over here to show you guys how to farm the simulator universe. And this is one of the fastest way for me to get all those materials. All my materials are over like 200 now, and I got a lot of benefits. So make sure you check out previous guides, which are also provided for you guys over here, which you have a look. Some of those guides are really useful for getting free to play items without spending energy. Now coming over to the final part of the video, and this is my entire demo clip. In case you guys are wondering about the details, you can watch this clip. I'll try to make the timestamp for you guys as well, so you can skip directly into different parts.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
This sanctuary is but a vision.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception. One step closer to the stars. Burn away!
Carry on.
I don't want to be alone. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception. One step closer to the stars. Let's go play.
Now before you go, and if you guys didn't know, we have a new YouTube channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and check out the behind the scenes and also fun clips and also more stories about us. And then you get to know me a little more personally instead of just reading the news and also the games, right? So I want to share a little bit more with you guys. So make sure you check this channel out if you're interested about Matt and also Uni. She's really funny too, and she's really shy. So I want to give her a surprise and do a shout out for the new channel to get some subscribers. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.